No, the spelling of my title is not wrong. In the last video, I left with a food for thought, and the small number of viewers I got mentioned that why was I giving something such common as entrepreneurship as food for thought. And the reason being, everyone confused intrapreneurship with entrepreneurship. Do watch my last video that sets the ground for this interesting topic which I will be talking today, intrapreneurship. It's not entrepreneurship. If you have not watched my last video, the link to which is in the description below. Hey, it's Parasnigam and welcome to my YouTube channel Inforator. Today in this video, I will be talking about intrapreneurship. Don't confuse it with entrepreneurship. But before that, let me take you through what is on the table for you when you work in a large organization. When you're part of a larger organization, they offer you stability. When you're part of a larger organization, they give you a better work-life balance. When you're part of a larger organization, they give you a structure to work. They have, and you will not realize this until you move from a large organization to a startup. When you work for a larger organization, you realize how a small component of a bigger machinery can be important or can be irrelevant. You need to understand when you are out of office how much impact you are bringing to the company, or is the company shaking up when you are not part of the company or when you are on leaves. You'll be surprised why I'm talking about all this when I have to talk about entrepreneurship. All this is linked, and you will slowly realize it. Point of all this what you get as part of a large organization is that this reduces risk for an individual in day-to-day life. When you have a much more stable life, when you have a constant flow of money, when you have a better work-life balance, you are attached to a lot less risk of a person who is part of a startup or who has started his own startup. And this is where the intrapreneurship comes in play. An entrepreneur is a person with a very low risk appetite who is part of a larger organization and works there as an entrepreneur. Over the year, I have realized that not everyone's risk appetite remains the same throughout their journey. Many people, when they choose between intrapreneurship and entrepreneurship, one of the major reasons between this journey or the decision is the risk appetite. Not everyone's risk appetite remains throughout the journey of the career. For me, I started my journey as an entrepreneur 10 years back. I had a very high risk appetite. That's one of the benefit of being in India where your parents are paying your bills until you're in college. But not everyone has that luxury. I started my career as an entrepreneur, but now today my risk appetite is very different from what I had 10 years back. And that takes me to being an entrepreneur rather than an entrepreneur. For others, it may be very different reasons. And not everyone can start a company. But there are many who are passionate about doing that, who have the skills to do that. And when a person does not have a risk appetite to start a company, it does not mean their creativity and entrepreneurship skills are lost or leadership skills are lost. And this is where the large organizations comes in play, who can leverage such individuals to work as an entrepreneur inside the company to produce innovative outcomes. Entrepreneurship should be embedded in the company culture. Entrepreneurship starts when the company enables its employees to work as an entrepreneur inside the company. And this brings a lot of beautiful outcomes. Gmail was one of an outcome of an entrepreneur stint inside Google. In entrepreneurship, most of the rewards are passed on to the company. Some are definitely passed on to the individuals. As most of the reward goes to the company and some is passed to the individual, same is with the risk. Most of the risk is passed on to the organization and only some lives with the individual. Now the question is, what does an individual gets out of being an entrepreneur rather than doing a day-to-day job. It gives you satisfaction. It gives you an opportunity to open the doors to fulfill your passion. It gives you a lot more learning from just doing a day-to-day job to being an entrepreneur and working on innovative solutions. The other important aspect to look at it is, what does entrepreneurship helps the company to achieve? It gives you a lot of innovative outcomes which can be revolutionary for the company growth. There have been many such examples where a product outcome or a feature outcome from an individual has been a game changer for the companies instead of driven by a day-to-day product management approach. On the other end, entrepreneurship also helps you to build a sustainable culture inside the company, which will be fantastic for a long-term growth or long-term vision of the company. This video is not about how you promote innovation inside your company or how you can become an entrepreneur inside a company, but I will definitely work on some of those content and get it to you. One last thing that comes to my heart at the moment is, why I'm saying it's hard is because this is a dear one for me. I started as an entrepreneur, and now I majorly work on innovation, and I would call myself as an entrepreneur for the companies. So for the youth over here is that whenever you feel low that you are not able to do your own startup or you are not able to achieve what you want to do, there's always the second door for you, which is entrepreneurship. You can have a stable life at the same time fulfill your passion. I know there are many reasons behind a person not choosing entrepreneurship. It can be personal, it can be financial, it can be professional. There are many liabilities people have, but uh, you always have a second door. So please knock the door and explore the opportunities. Entrepreneurship comes with a low risk, but at the same time, you have to prove yourself that you are the one on which the company should invest for being an entrepreneur. I will try to bring out some tips for the same in my future videos. On that note, I will end this video here. Thanks for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel for many more interesting content in the coming videos. Thank you guys. Bye bye.